Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia and welcome back to another Frostpunk Let's Play as we're going to tackle another one of the scenarios on extreme difficulty. So this one is going to be The Last Autumn. I picked this one after the new home because it is the most unique of all the scenarios given that we are going back in time before winter strikes and we're trying to build the very first few generators. And heat is not going to be an issue. We're going to have different sets of challenges, different technologies to research, as well as different buildings to utilize. So this will be kind of interesting to try out. We might do other scenarios on Extreme in the future, but for now, we're going to move from one to another as I decide. And we're going to be doing this on Extreme. Once again, that will shift people's need, economy, weather, society's attitude, as well as the generator in this case. So this is a new one. The generator structure will be built at normal pace and base work that is the medium. On Extreme, the structure will be built slowly and base work safety will be even lower. So it'd be harder to keep the safety conditions high. We probably have more, strike opportunities here as well with the attitude, and it's going to be built slower. So a lot of different challenges. We should do all right, hopefully. And let's jump in here and see how this one goes.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin, Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
Alrighty, welcome to The Last Autumn. We crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology. A generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work riots and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There is no consensus why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deterioration situation of the Empire, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. For Queen and country. And we finally see some green as we are approaching our Site 113, and this is where the future generator will be built. So first thing right off the bat, we will get our basic facilities up. They want us to start working on the generator, but before we can do so, we need some basic supply infrastructure. We need a dock. We need to gather supplies that's piled on the dock, and also the ones that are piled up around the current generator. We need to secure food, whether through fishing or foraging, which is the new Outpost team, and we'll get food sources in the plains. And before we start, let's take a look at our land. It's not a very big piece of land. There's some coal back here, lots of forest for us to cut, and for once we're going to have to cut trees rather than use our wall drill, because there is no wall drill location here. We start out with quite a few piles of resources here, multiple wood, multiple steel, and a couple of steam cores actually for us. So right off the bat, we have 90 workers, 15 of them being engineers, but we'll get the workers to start working on the piles right away. There's exactly enough for 15 at every location, and once we get enough resources, we will be building a couple of research workshops to get that started. And over here we have slots for potentially 4 docks. And there's also this ship that we can harvest if the water freezes over. Now, there's a couple goals in terms of what I want to do with this one. I want to finish it before it gets too cold. Perhaps even right when it freezes over, if we can rush it to the point where we can get that done, then we don't have to worry about any of the heating tech, and that would be a really good way to approach it. We learned quite a bit from our first experience playing this, and we also have learned quite a bit from playing all the scenarios, including the last extreme, because we ran into a problem where our crew died out in the cold, and I was looking it up to how to prevent that, and end up picking up a trick with our scout team that I'm going to show once we do get the forage camp up. The Book of Law for us is going to be a little bit different than the standard game. We have things such as the chapel right on the tree. It's not a choice of faith. We pretty much have the option to build chapels to increase motivation, which is going to be a key part. And aside from this, there's going to be a separate tree that's not faith or order, but a choice between the working class and the engineers. And that's going to be part of a separate tree that we will get later on, and we'll decide that when we get there. So workers are going out to work. We'll also talk about some of our plans as we just let them go into their work. Obviously, we want to hit the point where we can build workshops and spam those out. That's going to be 15 wood and 5 steel. Everyone's homeless, but because we're plus 10, it's not likely they get sick in the first few days. The weather's not really going to drop for a long time. So they can be homeless. The only thing we'll lose out on is some discontent for being homeless. And we can focus on economic buildings first and research buildings. So I think that's going to be our plan. We have 50 food once again. We need to cook that before we lose it to starving people. It's going to be quite difficult to actually secure food on this run. So we're going to have to try our best here. Now, it is going to be kind of hard to pick up 5 steel. Maybe we can build something else. No, actually, there's not really much else to build. We'll wait. We can wait on that too. First steps. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Beside digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction material behind to get us started. We should set up camp. Clear the area around the shaft to make space for the construction facilities. Yes, these are separate zones. Facilities go inside here, and we can build outside for other things. But first, give me that 5 steel so I can pause and build my research. Come on, I believe in you. There. Oh, they come in pairs. That makes sense. We didn't actually waste anything. And I think we just put it around here. Given that, I mean, it'd be nice if it lines up nicely, but I don't think I care that much. We can also determine where we want to build the houses. There's a couple different approaches to it. We started houses here, which I think is okay if we cut down these trees. Or we can start it here, which also requires to cut down trees, but there should be a nice enough depth. That's like 6 deep. 7, 8. We might run into a little bit of shallowness around here, right? Because I need at least 20 plus houses. So I need like perhaps a 4. I think there's enough space here. We can put the houses here later, and we'll keep the buildings here. I mean, this is perfect width here. And the engineers can go work on that. And we can even build the second one, given that we have, 15 engineers, so we can definitely work on 2 of them. And the first thing that we want would be a sawmill, actually. Because we can clear space for our housing, and we can also get a lot of trees, wood. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to need a lot of wood, too. 90 houses take wood, forge quarter takes wood. If we get the forge quarter first, we're not going to have enough wood to actually build it and use it, because the team also takes like 40 wood. So I think we go sawmill first here. We would need a road? Wait, there's no road to this? Where's the existing... Oh. Oops. That works. Get out of this building. Go build the roads. There we go. Alright, so that's done. I don't think we need a third one because we need people working the medical facility, right? We can't just have all of them piling in here. We need 5 engineers for a medical post. So that's our next building. We'll prepare for people who might get sick from being homeless. But aside from that, I think we're fine with our early builds. With our steel and... we could compound the gathering rate with a couple more... but we can probably build that tonight when everyone's off work. Yeah, we are done with our work. We didn't sign anything. I forgot the first day. That is not good, but let's not restart. Let's just go out here. I think we want either public house or something like chapel. Something that we can promise them and fulfill it slightly later. Let's go with something like this, and we want motivation rising. We have 4 days to do it. That's a long time. We're not going to build that right away. People are off work, so we can start planning gathering posts. And we can just basically cover the wood first, because we want those finished as quickly as we can. Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple workers are throwing rock down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think we have to work down there. Out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fear, more workers join in. Soon rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp seem to offer very little other entertainment. Yeah, let them be. I doubt it's going to cause an accident. Alright, we don't have wood for anything else. We cannot force them to work longer hours than that. I'm going to pull some of our workers here, which we don't really need steam cores that early. We already got 2 of them anyways. Good for them. But they can slow that down. Everyone's going to be homeless. We have a lack of shelter. People are probably going to complain about it, and then we can promise to build them that, and then that will fix that as well. And our goal is basically finish these wood and also start building. We have 3 people fall ill, so we got to build a hospital now. People got a cold, so we need to address shelters. 2 days to provide shelter for everyone. We get a big boost. Now, if we want to build a medical post, it's 25 wood. We're just going to have to wait till the next day. And these sick would just have to hang out here for a little bit. Alright, so we're getting other sources of wood. When we get our 25 wood right there, we pop down our medical facility, and we have the spare engineers to go build that. And we don't want to promise anything new. Like, I don't want to build a chapel now, so I think we either go bare knuckle bouts or House of Pleasure. They'll be, you know, part of the same thing. It's still building the house within 3 turns. Alright, those sick can go there. We're starting to have food issue. We need to cook it before they become starving. So we're also going to build that. Build some streets here. And if we can get... how long till the sawmill? 3 hours. Again, another one for these 2. Oh. Never mind. Right here. They also have a road problem. Really now? Alright. We are going to get the forage quarter next. I'm probably not going to be able to cook the food until tomorrow. But we'll get the 5 workers from there to do that. We're going to shift all of them out. Go here. We can slow down the steel. Actually, we can use these to get the steel passively. Finish the wood fast. And our extra wood will be going to Sawmill first. We won't be doing any of the houses just yet. I need to create some space for more housing later too. Perfect. Alright, get all the builds going. 20 workers tomorrow. 20 workers tomorrow. Perfect. We're just going to get a whole bunch of wood, build our houses. Discontent is definitely rising. 3 more fell ill. Well, it's only 3. Those other 3 healed. Reality check. As the camp wakes up under the dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'll be sent to the end of nowhere. They grumble. There's nothing for us to do here but work, and they are going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, the efficiency will suffer. So our motivation will passively decay every morning. And, I mean, we don't have a law right now, but we'll definitely get the chapel to come and fix that. But first, we need to start cooking food. We need to get the forage quarter up so we can actually go forage some food. That's going to be our first source of food. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. And then we're going to definitely build houses during this day. Yes, we're turning that into food. And people can eat. They did all their cooking. Enough food for everyone to eat once. Now, we don't have anyone who's not working, so we're going to build after we... Alright, those are done. Now we have people who are not working. Try to get everything done here. Six hours. We don't need them to do that, actually. Alright, this we want to rush out as fast as we can. And we want docks. Alright, let's start planning out our tent. I need 4. I think this would work. I don't know where that red blocks us. Or I guess right here. 6 slots. Maybe we start here. Yeah, let's be a little bit more conservative. Because that's going to get moved. And then we're going to have more space here. And this side's more lenient. This is the most restrictive side. Let's put that down. Workday is not over. So we're going to pause these buildings soon. We need exactly 9 houses. And we're going to do a bathhouse in the middle type of situation. Something like that. And the bathhouse goes here, and all the surrounding houses can benefit from it. Yeah, okay with that. That's 8 houses. The 9th one's a little awkward because I don't want to build it there. I'm going to build it here instead. And that means... I don't know if that covers it. Maybe we could do this. We have enough wood. That's ready being built. Yeah, we're fine. Now we just need to pause every one of these so nobody gets off work and do these things right now. And we can send the 10 guys back in the next 1 hour. Well, actually, shifts, yeah. So start with this one, because we can send the team out pretty quick. 8 hours for shelter. Start unpausing, let them build these stuff. $15 workers, easy peasy. Go. We got ourselves reindeer tracks. That's where we'll try to get some food. We have 23 left, 41 people hungry. Not a good look. Alright, let's get all the houses going. And for all our spare wood, since we're actually getting people to finish, I could temporarily build this here. Because it's not efficient in terms of how much we have to move it, but it's efficient in terms of we can get rid of the trees really fast, which might be our goal here. Alright, what do we want? We're gonna save bathhouse and comfortable quarters for strike negotiation. These things are things we can offer them when we do strike, when they do strike eventually. Chapel would be good for raising motivations. It costs wood and steel, which I'm a little bit concerned about. We don't have anyone die yet. Let's do chapel. We should have a few turns, 4 days to finish that one. 3 hours should be enough to finish all the houses. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Shelter promise fulfilled. Motivation rises. Okay, so tomorrow's workday would be... This will be finished very soon. We don't even have to have people come here to do that, because that would just be scraps for them to finish. Yeah, we're going to 20 people to finish these 3. And then the other 20 go work on these 2. Having a very bad starving situation, but he's on his way. We have to just balance that.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
Okay, partial track. It's the hunting ground. Let's go. Almost done. Sent them. And yeah, that's good for now. Public house in a day. I'll probably just get rid of the trees. It's fine. We're not going to get every tree. But we'll pause that. And then we get a chapel. You see we cover everything here. And we'll also pause that. That'll finish in a few hours. That might take too long. I might have to put someone there. 17. 3. Okay, that's gonna finish. Skeptic, you overheard two workers arguing over the reality of the global cooling. You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me? I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I can move my family out of St. Giles. Well, then you're a fool, because you'll all die when the frost come. He turns to you. Ain't that the truth there? Yep, only fools will doubt it. We want the motivation. Okay. And our dock are coming soon, hopefully. I mean, we got the maximum amount of people working on it. Wood pile depleted. Now this is going to turn to 3.0 for the next... So that's going to be depleted very soon too. So we can start building even more chop. Because that's what we want to do. Especially if we can build it in places where we already have roads, it'd be even better. I don't think anyone's going to go actually build that right now. Hopefully not. But they will once they get off work, which is the goal. Alright, he needs to get us some food because this is not looking good. Alright, they're done. They're done. I don't need to delete these right now. Let them go finish that building so they can work there. Then we can get even one more here. That's connected, right? Yep. Alright, got the docks, and we're gonna skip fast gather. We're gonna get the profile machinery. All the construction inside have finished. Go.
Folks, enough work for today.
Ah, work is done. Okay, that means we activate this one. We want to finish our public house. And these we want to tear down now, because their job is done. Alright, we just need to solve this big issue here, which he is going to do for us. Okay, what do we want? We could go for hearty meals. Carefully prepared, bigger, tastier meal, true luxury would be better motivated. Yeah, I think we need motivation, especially given the difficulties here. 3 produces 3. We could still cook this for now. I'm gonna pull 5 from there. They're almost there. Alright, so this is the trick. Remember how we got our outpost team killed in a new home-seek stream when the winter came? So the gentle banks of this swift-flowing, convenient water place, we could set up camp here for some time to hunt animals coming for the water. And so we can set up camp, like an outpost camp, and we're going to do that. And you see this guy who's marching back. That is not our foraging team. We can leave camp right now and he can move on. So we could have done in a new home is when our last shipment went out, we could have pulled the outpost team at the same time. And then we could have just kept exploring as well. Actually, no, do we want to go there? We want to go to Small Waterfall, I think. I think there's fish here and we can send another guy back. Anyways, maybe we just do hearty meals for the really hungry people. Anyways, it's something we will consider. I mean, the food's coming back. They're not going to starve. We'll just do hearty meals. We'll finish that for the public house bonus. And we need a few people to work in here. I can stop this guy because he overlaps the same trees. So I can like even take all of them out, put them here. Motivation rises. That we can just tear down and we can mark the houses that we want for this area. Well, we still have free time tonight. And we get the bonus from this right away. And since there's no sick right now in everyone's house, we shouldn't get any sick. We can boost the bonus to the highest possible. There's no adjacency bonus. It's just, you know, being close here makes sense. Our wood has been maxed. That is another problem. That's why we need the profile, because the... Oh, we got the basic dock as well. Yeah, let's build these out. Well, it's tonight. We can build 20. We'll build both. We need coal and steel. Wood, we're going to rely entirely on our sawmills. And because it's nighttime, I'm going to build a couple more of these. That way we can keep cutting. Once we get the profile machine, that thing can be our wood storage, because we can basically put in quarters for them but not build them, and that's a great way to just store the wood. What else can we do? We could finish the circle if we want, but I don't really care about the circle. We can get the future houses set up. I want this forefront, basically the other half of this. And you're gonna see 5 houses on this row. And then we're gonna mark this will be a future bathhouse covering everything here. I don't want to destroy any of the trees right now, so we're not gonna mess with that. But you can see the other 4 houses that's gonna form there. We're gonna pause all of these. Not gonna actually have people build them. And then on this side, we can probably end up moving the cookhouse over closer. People can eat closer to home, and then do the same symmetrical build with the chapel going right here, which will once again cover the other half of the buildings. I think this is 4 plus 9, 19 buildings. And we can also stack a couple behind too. I mean, the bathhouse would be, you know, equally giving to the full circle. And we can also replicate this build over here if we have more people. I haven't decided if we're going to go convict build, but since we did the engineering last time, we might try something different and just go with the workers this time, just to be different. And these are sawmill that we're going to need anyways, so I don't think it's be a waste to build them now. But the problem is it's daytime, and I want the docks up, so they should probably go build the docks first. Chapel still have 2 days, we don't have to rush that. Food is becoming a big problem, but they're coming back in 33 minutes. Right on time for the work. They're here, 80 food. Some people might come here and eat the raw stuff, but that's fine. We can't really control that. Alright, we're gonna go hardy. We're gonna just try to keep our motivation high. And since everyone's house, no one's getting sick anymore. There we go. So, fish jumping up, but not many. There's nothing here. Rapids. I want to go find the Frenchmen again. I think the Frenchmen are over here in the ice, the rusting rails, but we need more food. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to rush back to a known location, send another one over, and then leave again. Maybe to the nesting place. We got to find where the food are. Until we can build ourselves a fishing dock, which needs another tier here. Alright. What do you want? Indignant engineer. Engineer complained to you, sir. It seems I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now you see, I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud and well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure I get moved to an engineering tent? This is just a discontent situation. I rather have discontent than low motivation, so this is fine. We'll promise some segregation here. The docks are not coming together because we have people. Are all the engine? Where are they? Where are they? They're built. Oh, they're building. Quick. All right, we want steel. We need people working here. I'm gonna pull you guys. Telegraph Station. Yes. Can I build that now? I've been waiting for that event to show up. Yes, finally. So we can start requesting help from back home. This fits quite nicely here. Let's do that. And we're gonna still have people who are off work. I mean, given how fast we're gaining wood, we could pull some of these guys. Especially the farther wood that we don't really need to chop right now. To get the telegraph going. And I'm gonna send them to give us coal. And they're gonna form the piles first. And then we're gonna... Well, it's max wood already. I will probably just recall them so they can finish this building for us. Food is all done. They can't cook that with the last two. That's fine. Gonna pull you guys. We're going to get evening service, which I believe uses food in the chapel for motivation, but we're going to end up getting them. Oh, that's the pile. I could build a gathering post here. I don't think I can cover both of them, but I can use this right now temporarily before we get the reloading building. And is the profiler done? No. All right, we're gonna start asking for a worker. That's pretty much what we need first. 21, which means we need 3 more houses. It's not getting constructed. He's back. Set up camp. And go home. 1 speed it. Wait. Why are you gonna send the food back to us? When we see the food, he can leave. All right, the lion's open. We know that. We already actually asked for help. Huh. We're waiting for them to send out the delivery here. All right, got ourselves a nice coal pile. We have 15 people not working. Generator shaft structure. Now that you have the basic infrastructure, time to start with the construction of the generator. Build a profile, manufacture, produce 8. That will allow us to set up the shaft. So we start having our deadline going, which is fine. This is not a big deal. I really want this to go faster. We really need what's called double shift. That's kind of the trick here for this, rather than extended shift and, you know, emergency shift, which are not things here. I need the profiler to finish. You guys are not going to finish today, are you? They're not. Okay, that is tragedy. Yeah, it's time to finish these. We got people coming in. Church, 2 days, but I think we want the motivation now. So we're gonna send that building up. If you guys can build all these tonight, go for it. Yeah, this is a real shame. Oh, they've been sent, so this group can now leave. And find me where the other food is. Remember there was a fishing place nearby. Anyways, we'll try to look for it. Our chapel's been built. Motivation goes up. If we can get it to the high tier, we get efficiency boost. 20 food. We can't do that to our people. But eventually we will. I want these trees to finish up. So I can build the houses here. Or can pre-plan the houses here. So definitely have people work here. And we can preload some buildings that we want. That I know won't interfere with. Oh, I might have made that too big. Or too small. This is a 3... Alright, so the bathhouse is 4x4, I think? Or maybe 4x3? I don't know, actually. It's too... It feels too small. I feel like this is good enough. Because we can fit 2 here. With that road. Yeah, we just have to be matching on that side. These we don't need to finish. And I kind of want to move the cookhouse over here in the future. So we can just spin the wood now. Pause it. We'll move that eventually. Alright, these are gathering those 2 new resources, leaving us with 5 people. Which should be cooking tomorrow. And we have no one working on trees just yet. But once we start researching, it should speed up our food, wood usage. Yeah, that person's gonna go eat our raw food, but barely hanging on here until we can get fishing docks. Alright, they're gonna finish that pretty quick. We did get the food, just gotta cook it. Yep, that should last us a little bit of time. Alright, that's a key building. We need that now. Oh. What are these walls doing? Let's build that there. That seems like a road, right? We built that road. We pop that there. We want the next tier to get the fishing and also spend wood. That's gonna get built by part of the cooking crew. We don't need everyone there cooking. We probably don't need this much on that either. We have one group still chopping, and we could probably work another one. Let's just finish that build first. We got 8 people coming here. And then wood would not be a problem anymore. We just have everyone work as much wood as we can. We finished battling discontent. Food is also stabilized. He's exploring, so that's good. And we are getting a steady supply of steel and coal. And we can request for more. Now notice, before, it always returned to 21 or 22. So we can ask for like the same amount. Now on extreme, you get less and less and less and less. So max here now is 9. And we still want them, obviously. But it's going to be harder and harder to pick up what we need. Alright, we're not going to actually build these yet, but I'm going to just put in a bunch of water so you can see the wood can be stored here. We can cancel this anytime. And our extra worker that just arrived can just start going crazy and chopping trees wherever we can. Food are done. Go work there. Pull these. You guys go there. We got 1 spare workers. Maybe we can pull 2 from these. Have 5 people work on that. Sounds good. What is here? Tracks for bird. Fish remains, but that is not... that is the fishing place. Right, we want another food source, and then we can send 2, and then we can start exploring farther, and we probably should have the fishing camp set up. That is built. We have time. We're still 3 days ahead of schedule, quote unquote. Yeah, quote unquote ahead of schedule. Temple chapel. We still need to build one more chapel for the complete coverage later on. I'm not going to build any more basic dock because we're going to end up going for fishing dock for the other two. But yeah, we're just going to try to pump out as much wood as we can, and any extra wood we can just store here. And during the night, you guys can finish those buildings ahead of time. No big deal. This one too. Yeah, we can tear you down. That way people can go eat a little bit closer. Oh, hospital is back on. People are getting sick. We're gonna host fights eventually. No one's dead yet. Motivation will rise. Yeah, we're gonna do sustain life.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
Yeah, people are still getting hungry. We gotta get the food situation solved. Go, go, go! Plenty of fish. Yes! Set up camp. And he's on his way, which means we now leave camp. And I'm going to send him to the hunting ground, and then send another one, and then he's going to go up. That should last us enough. Go, go, go.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
Still 3 sick. Sent them over here. He has run out of wood, which is perfect. Shift them up, but shift them up slowly because we want to get rid of more and more tree. We can pause this. We do that at night. He's still chopping. There's still trees for him? Yeah, there is still trees for him. Within the hour, he's going to be gone. There we go. Also chop done at night. Max that out. Start chopping over here. And we just keep storing them here. Actually, we need to cancel a few because research is almost ready. Alright, now we want fishing harbor. There we go. Yeah, I think we're good. Can we get this done today? No, that's dreaming. Oh, we started getting letters. Or Bordeaux photograph. Sir, supply ship bring posts for crew from time to time. For security reasons, all letters are open and read. Instead, sometime we may ask you for instruction. In this case, one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend, together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we allowed? So here, we saw this issue last time, and we should confiscate because it's going to lead to some fights, and we can definitely take on the little bit of discontent that we're going to see here. Gone are the days of complete no censorship, and we'll store more wood this way. Set up camp. We're going to wait till the group of food goes away. 18. Give me 9 more. Alright, the houses are built. Pause. This looks a little bit ugly, but that's because the road... I mean, hold on. I trust this side. Now it doesn't look as ugly. And these will all pause for now. We have 9 people who are free. Ah, they just arrived. That's right. You guys are here for the last few minutes of work. And you guys will do just that. Go. go and go, and that's gonna fill up every single post that we have, except for the engineering split. Still 3 sick, unfortunately. When is the camp gonna send someone out?
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
People are hungry. Sir, some more people are here to talk about lack of food. They've been hungry for days now. They fear that soon they'll begin to starve. They want to do something. Yes. Give us 3 days to feed everyone and stockpile. Yes, we're going to go for the big promise. Because we are going to have the fishing harbors, and when it's 3 days, I think we can do it. Oh, it's nighttime. They should have been starting to do the work. Dismantling. We get a free administration. I think care home can wait. We don't need overcrowding. There's not gonna be that many sick, considering there's no winter. Once we do get food, we should use that option. But right now we don't have food. It could be injury sometime. We don't have discontent either. Let's prepare for this. Good option for us when we do have food. We can store a bit more here. Yeah, waiting for the next food option to step up. Those are fine being paused. We have how many empty beds? 30, so we don't need to finish building those houses just yet. See, that's going to be done soon too. Tonight, we need to build more sawmills. Doesn't cover that tree though. I don't want to destroy any trees. They're all precious. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, our food arrived. Next one is finally being sent. Now you guys can leave camp and go here. And then to here. Meanwhile, we're going to start getting harbors ready for this upcoming day. And I think with this, we'll end our first episode. We're on day 7. A full week has gone by. We are doing pretty well, I think. Resource-wise, we have a lot of stockpiles. We are choosing not to do this mainly because what I want to happen is I want us to go another tier higher and pick up this optimized materials, which will halve the cost or like make it a lot cheaper. And then we end up building it at that price. Right now, we're using it mainly as a resource storage as we're just pumping out wood all the time. And then we're just going to rush it down cheaper, save a lot of wood, and proceed like that. And I could use some more foragers, to be honest, because right now food is tight. But once we get the harbor up, I think we'll be a lot better off. Reload station need to come into play. We can do the upgrade. I don't think we're going to do steam, because that, I think, costs steam cores, which I don't think we need. We just got to spam more sawmill. And we might do range. We probably will do this for sure. Yeah, and we'll see how things go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and see you all next time. Bye!